Probing questions are specific instructional tools. Teachers use them to extend student responses and increase the depth of classroom discussion. They go below the surface to reach the logic beneath an answer. Without follow-up, a student's response becomes a stopping point. The answer remains basic, and cognitive processing stays limited. Instead, treat the initial answer as a starting block. The first response is simply the beginning of the exchange. This requires a change in approach. Effective questioning continues even after a student provides a correct answer. To implement this, you need a planned lesson and a safe classroom culture. Students must feel secure enough to explore their own thinking in front of peers. By moving past the first answer, you establish the bridge necessary for students to transition from short replies to sustained dialogue. Once a student provides a baseline answer, you execute a sequence of specific conversational mechanics. First, ask targeted follow-up questions. These probes force the student to clarify their initial thought. Next, prompt the student to explain the reasoning. Ask exactly how or why they reached their conclusion. Third, respectfully challenge the response. This tests the boundaries of the student's understanding and ensures their logic is sound. Fourth, extend the response. Ask the student to connect their specific idea to a broader concept from the curriculum. Finally, build on their words. Repeat the student's idea while introducing more formal academic vocabulary. These deliberate actions prevent the dialogue from ending prematurely and maintain student engagement. You can measure the success of these techniques by observing how your students react. The primary indicator is expansion. Students move from one-word answers to complete thoughts. You will hear students justify their thinking. They begin to provide evidence and data without being prompted to do so. Students respond to your probes reflexively. They stay in the back-and-forth exchange rather than looking for a way to end the conversation. In this classroom, you see answers developed over several minutes. The pace of discussion slows to allow for depth. This environment allows a single idea to be explored by the entire class as students build on each other's points. You will see students pause and look away to process information, a sign they are engaging in more complex retrieval and organization. When probing is effective, students do the intellectual work while the teacher facilitates the process. Implementing these steps requires avoiding a few common failure points. Do not simply accept the first correct answer. Moving on immediately signals that only the result matters, not the thinking process. Avoid over-questioning without a purpose. Probing should lead toward a specific learning goal, not feel like a repetitive drill. Ensure you aren't interrogating. Probing should feel like a collaborative investigation, not a high-pressure exchange that causes anxiety. Avoiding these errors keeps the classroom safe for students to take intellectual risks. Probing questions succeed when they transform an initial answer into a fully developed explanation. In your next lesson, use one specific follow-up prompt. Ask one student to explain their why. This single, intentional shift in questioning builds deeper student understanding and fosters lasting academic confidence in every classroom discussion.